Hello, Jays Nation. Welcome back to your YouTube channel, the Toronto Blue Jays News Network. Today, we're breaking down everything you need to know about this surprising trade, why the Blue Jays made it, what they gave up in Adam Macko, and why Josh Stephan could quietly become one of the more interesting names to watch in Toronto's farm system. Let's dive in. Before starting the video, if you are a true Blue Jays fan, then don't miss this video. And don't forget to subscribe our channel and like the video. The trade that nobody expected. The hours leading up to the MLB trade deadline are always unpredictable. Every season, front offices across baseball work around the clock making phone calls, discussing potential deals, and trying to improve their organizations before the deadline expires. Fans usually expect the biggest names to dominate the headlines. But every deadline also delivers a few trades that completely surprise everyone. This year's biggest surprise for Blue Jays fans came when Toronto announced that left-handed pitcher Adam Macko had officially been traded to the Texas Rangers. In exchange, the Blue Jays received Major League infielder Josh Smith and right-handed pitching prospect Josh Stephan. Almost immediately, social media exploded. Many fans questioned why Toronto would move Macko. Others wondered whether the Blue Jays were officially becoming sellers. Some believed this was only the beginning of several deadline moves. And many fans admitted they had never even heard of Josh Stephan before. That alone makes this trade fascinating. Why Adam Macko was valuable. To understand this trade, we first need to understand what Toronto gave up. Adam Macko wasn't just another minor league pitcher. The young left-hander had steadily climbed through Toronto's farm system and recently reached the major leagues. Making your MLB debut is a huge milestone for any player. It proves an organization believes you're capable of competing at the highest level. More importantly, Macko still had years of team control remaining. That means the Blue Jays could have kept him under contract for several seasons while continuing to develop him. Young pitchers with years of control are incredibly valuable in today's game. They're affordable, they have upside, and if they continue improving, they can become important members of a team's rotation or bullpen. That's why many fans were surprised to see Toronto include Macko in this deal. At first glance, it looked like the Rangers were receiving a pitcher with significant long-term potential. So why would Toronto make this move? Whenever a trade surprises fans, the first reaction is usually confusion. Why would a team trade a young pitcher they spent years developing? The answer often comes down to organizational evaluation. Baseball executives spend thousands of hours studying players. They analyze mechanics, velocity, pitch movement, injury history, mental approach, future projection. Sometimes a player the public views as untouchable isn't viewed the same way inside the organization. The Blue Jays may believe Josh Smith can immediately strengthen their major league roster while Josh Stephan offers intriguing long-term upside. Instead of focusing on one player's ceiling, Toronto may have decided to add depth at multiple levels of the organization. This kind of thinking is common among successful front offices. Sometimes it's not about winning the trade today, it's about building the strongest roster possible over the next several years. The deadline strategy begins to take shape. One of the biggest questions surrounding Toronto before the deadline was simple. Would they buy? Would they sell? Or would they somehow do both? That question became even more interesting after this trade. Instead of making a blockbuster move involving a superstar, the Blue Jays completed a deal that could help both their current roster and future pitching depth. It also sent a message. Toronto's front office isn't afraid to make unexpected decisions. General managers often value players differently than fans or media members. A prospect who seems expendable to one organization might be viewed as an excellent development project by another. That's exactly what appears to have happened here. The Rangers saw value in Adam Macko. The Blue Jays saw value in Josh Stephan. Now both organizations will hope their evaluations prove correct. The mystery name, Josh Stephan. Whenever a trade includes a relatively unknown prospect, curiosity immediately follows. Who is this player? Why did Toronto want him? Can he actually become a major league pitcher? Those are all fair questions. Unlike highly ranked prospects who receive constant media attention, Josh Stephan has quietly worked his way through professional baseball without much national recognition. He isn't one of baseball's biggest names. He wasn't ranked among the sport's elite prospects before the trade. Yet organizations don't acquire pitchers like Stefen by accident. Professional scouts spend years evaluating players. They watch games across the country. They measure pitch movement, velocity, spin rate, command, competitiveness, durability. If Toronto specifically requested Stefen as part of this deal, it's likely the organization believes there's more potential than his numbers alone might suggest. And sometimes those are exactly the kinds of pitchers who eventually surprise everyone. Why fans shouldn't judge him too quickly. One mistake baseball fans often make is judging a prospect based only on ERA. While earned run average remains important, modern baseball organizations look much deeper. They evaluate strikeout rates, walk rates, pitch quality, expected performance, home run environment, pitch efficiency, mechanical consistency, development trends. All of these factors help paint a much clearer picture of a pitcher's future than ERA alone. That's why some pitchers with average statistics still receive opportunities. Scouts may see mechanical improvements. Coaches may identify untapped potential. Analytics departments may believe certain adjustments could unlock another level. Josh Stephan appears to fit into that category. His numbers don't immediately jump off the page, but his profile contains several traits that organizations value highly, and that makes him an intriguing addition for Toronto. As we continue this breakdown, we'll take a much closer look at Josh Stephan's remarkable journey through professional baseball. We'll explain how he reached the Rangers organization despite going undrafted, examine the challenges he faced early in his career, and explore why the Blue Jays believe he could still become a valuable major league pitcher. Because while this trade may have surprised everyone, the story behind Josh Stephan is just beginning. And sometimes the players nobody talks about end up becoming the biggest surprises of all. If you're enjoying this breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest Toronto Blue Jays news.